Ijela, if you want to, go ahead. And thank you for joining, by the way. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
I guess you want to correct me on the Biafra thing, but yeah, thank you for joining.
Exactly why I came up.
All right,
why I came up.
All right.
Good evening, Kachi from Nigeria.
Yep.
I thank everyone. I greet everybody. Adachi is one choice. Chimezi, I see all of you. See, my brother, that place you saw that thing on the map. That map is the old European map. You know, these Europeans, like you will see some maps. In those maps, especially the early 18th century French maps, they mark our place as Guinea. That does not mean there was a time our place was called Guinea. But on their own map, that was what they used to mark that place. Because as the explorers, they were then. Wherever they go, of course, you need to put a landmark. Something that will say, oh, this is where we were. And the first Portuguese people that came to our shores are from a place called Mafra. When you go to Portugal today, you will see a place called Mafra. That word Biafra came from Mafra. That B is like second. Just like this New York before, it used to be New Amsterdam. Then, when it moved hand from the Dutch Empire to the British Empire, they renamed it to New York. Because whenever they go to anywhere, they try to use their own place to rename that place. Of course, you know, they are trying to, it's just like an animal marking a territory that it wants to become its.
I see what you're saying.
You have Zealand in Holland, then you have New Zealand at the back of Australia. You have York in England, then you have New York in the USA. You have England in the UK. You have New England in the USA. So this is what Mafra and Biafra means. And those people that came there, they came from Mafra. In fact, there is this strong indication that even Christopher Columbus is not from Genoa, that is from that same Mafra. You understand? Because these people are known for exploration. So when they came to this place, so it's a kind of trying to mark territory. So that bite where they landed is like the coast.
Yeah.
The coastline. Then they named it Bight of Biafra in honor of the city where they came from. And you know, most times whenever a captain takes his crew to a place, they normally mark it with the place they are from.
I see.
Either the captain or the owner of the ship or the person that sponsored the voyage. So that's how that thing happened. That does not mean there was a time, any place. There has never been a single document presented anywhere. Till date, nobody will show you any document anywhere showing you that anything from that side, any place or in our land was named Biafra by anybody. Even before kingdom started springing up from that place, when did our people start having organized society in that area? As at 400 years ago, there was no organized society. In fact, people from Agbo and that area, they've had an organized society. Thank you so much, Sami Paka. Long before any something like any kingdom existed in our place. So if you didn't even have it, how did it become that name? We were living in hamlets. As at that time, there was no link between somebody in Olu and somebody in Owerri. There was no common identity between somebody in Uguta and somebody in Ogwa. Are you understanding? So how did that place become that name when for the very first time it took the colonial period, colonial era, for all of us to become even this Igbo they are talking about? In the past, somebody from Oka, people who lived in Oka 1,000 years ago have no idea that there is someone somewhere like Umuahia. Even the Arab Confederacy they are talking about. How many people who were today in Ndigbo were part of the Arab Confederacy? The other places were places they conquered. Unri, kingdom they are talking about. How many people made up Unri as at that time?
Yeah. Are you there? I think
So
we're
how
losing.
can you
Okay. I think we're losing you. Your
You
voice
say
is
there was a
breaking.
history,
Okay.
a time, anywhere? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Let them mention any treaty, any agreement signed anywhere, any trade deal signed with anybody that has that name. How did that come into existence? It was when Ojukwu started his rubbish that a man from Niger Delta, I think he was an Ijoman, Opigo, suggested it to him. And that was the very first time that name was mentioned in our place. So prior to 1967, I will never speak on social media again if anybody will show me any document anywhere showing any place, any location in Ali Igbo that was named Biafra prior to 1969-67. I rest my case.
Absolutely. And again, I'm not saying I just they talk with Nasi. I know they talk as an authority on anything. And let me go find trouble for this matter, for close my mouth for this thing, right? But anyway, I definitely agree with you. It's the way they marked it. It doesn't mean that that area was actually Biafra, before they marked it or whatever. Definitely agree with you on that one.
Just get any French map of 1700. Just get any French map of 1705. You see that all the place there along those Gulf of Guinea, everywhere there was marked as Guinea. They used to call it Guinea. That's where the name Guinea fowl came from. Because they consider that place Guinea, all those tropical areas and along that coast, southern coast of the Atlantic, they used to call it Guinea. So will someone come tomorrow now and say all of us used to be called Guinea?
Yeah.
And when you talk, they say, okay, see that map. Of course, it's on the map. Who drew the map and for whom?
All right. Ijele, thank you for that correction. I appreciate you. Stay put if you have the